Hi guys, welcome back to the Urban Farm. It's the start of November here in Brisbane, and this is about the time we start really kicking into our stone fruit. It's unusual that a lot of people that live in Brisbane actually don't grow stone fruit. I don't know whether people think that they need more chill, or I'm not really sure. I was just at a subtropical fruit club visit yesterday, and I took some peaches, and people were amazed because they hadn't had them before. So there's lots of low chill varieties, so I'll go through and have a look at a few of the trees. They're sort of bulletproof. They grow really easily, they fruit really quickly. The only thing is you have to net them for fruit fly and birds and stuff like that. So but it's putting the net on once a year and then just picking the fruit under the net, and then when the fruit's all picked, we'll pull the net off and trim the trees back. So the first one I've got here on this side, which hasn't got any ripe fruit yet, is the dwarf Gulf Gold Plum. So the tree is pretty much covered in plums. I haven't really tried to count, but there'd be 100 to 200 plums in there. They're really nice. They go like a red colour on reddy pink colour on the outside and have like a yellow flesh. Pretty good. And right beside it here we have a yellow peach, which is a Florida Prince. This is probably my favourite peach. The fruit are very, very juicy, and as you can see, people are going, wow, that's a small peach, but I don't thin my fruit, so I get small fruit but lots of fruit. There's some big ones in here, but you know, there's probably we've already picked about 5 bowls, so I've probably picked 150 fruit, and there's probably at least that many again. Yeah, they're really good, beautiful and juicy, and a really nice balance of sweetness and that tartness that peaches have. So that's that one. Try to work my way out of these nets. I've got my 3 subtropical apples here with lots of apples on them, but none of them are ripe yet, so we'll do that in another video. This is a recent plum that I planted. This is the Gulf Ruby, and we've only had a couple of fruit. So this is the first year, and these aren't ripe. I had some in a bag here that I've eaten. Yeah, they're pretty good. I bought that as a pollinator as well for the Gulf Gold. I reckon they help each other out. So this one in here, this is a peachcot, which is pretty amazing. You can see there's fruit on the ground. Some of these have been knocked off while we're picking, and then others some fruit just falls off prematurely. I've got all these nets opened up because I'm actually going to pick a heap of fruit and then go through and clean up all this fruit, which I have been doing. So I think if they start to rot on the ground, it just promotes other fruit to rot on the tree, and also then it just stops all the fruit fly getting into them. But the nets keep most of them off. We don't get much fruit fly, so we usually wait till we get them. This one here, and they are a firm flesh, so these are really good. They last in the fridge for weeks on end, and they more taste like a peach but with a hint of apricot, but everyone that has them likes them. So that's another one. This one is a Pluot, and I've only got a handful of fruit here because this has only been in the ground for a year, so we'll see how those ones go. And then I have another 4. So I have another yellow flesh peach, which is the Florida Gold, which requires more chill than the Florida Prince. This one never really gets as many fruit, so I think I'm going to cut this one down maybe leave the root system and then graft maybe something else onto it. I'm not sure yet. In here we have a white fleshed peach, and this is the white opal. And in previous years I haven't been really impressed because they've been a bit dry, but this year we've had a bit more moisture and the fruit are actually juicy and pretty good. So that's plenty of juice. I think these ones are probably better for cooking with, or maybe preserving, but yeah, maybe not quite as sweet, just not as much flavour as the Florida Prince. But once again, prolific. Like, this tree was almost twice as high as what it is, and it's just the weight of all these peaches in here. It's just, the whole lot just slowly swings in the breeze. But I'm not really worried because I've got to cut this all off here. I need to cut that off because I'll need to cut it right back because it'll regrow so much in autumn. Like, if I was to leave this, there's no way I'd get a net on it next year. And the next one is another yellow flesh peach, and this one is a Tropic Beauty. And this one maybe not quite as nice, I don't think, as the Florida Prince. The fruit are a little, I'm just trying to find a right one in here. It makes a big difference between, this one's just soft, okay. So that's the fruit there. And once again, the whole tree is loaded. I can't really, the video doesn't really do it justice, but there's hundreds of fruit on this tree. Another yellow flesh peach, and this one is not quite as sweet. It's got that peach zing to it, but it just doesn't have the sweetness that's in the Florida Prince. But still, I mean, if you were to have this, you'd go, wow, that's way better than what you can buy in the supermarket. But I suppose I'm being picky since I have a few varieties to compare. So that's that one. And then the last stone fruit that I have netted at the moment is a Sunbob nectarine. So these fruits are still a fair way off being ripe. That's the fruit there. But I found this one's very prolific. We get lots of fruit off it, and they're a nice tasting nectarine. So yeah, in between all of those stone fruit, you know, I don't even know, there'd be like over 1,000 fruit on all the trees. So it's a bit of a no-brainer if you live in the subtropics to plant some stone fruit. It really fills in that gap after citrus and mulberries and locusts. It fills in that gap between now and Christmas, when we start getting mangoes and lychees and some jackfruits and more of the tropical fruits. Yeah, so it's yeah, a little video about growing stone fruit in Brisbane, and it's definitely worth it. Alright guys, I'll catch you on the next one.